Cara, tell us more about your partnership and how you got involved with the regional partnerships.
Sure. So I'm the executive director of the Montelores Coalition, and we're in the very southwest corner of the state, from Montezuma and Dolores counties, and the Ute Mountain Ute tribe is also in the region that I represent. And our coalition is one of the, I guess, mid-range new coalitions. We got started in 2024, and there just wasn't anything like this in our area. There, some of the regional partnerships have had groups that were working on balancing recreation and conservation already. In our area, we didn't have anything like that, and so the Montelores Coalition was what initiated that.
Nice. And then you're also working with a couple of other regional partnerships. Tell me kind of the impetus for starting to work together.
Sure. So we are working with SCORR, which is in La Plata County and in the Silverton area, and then PARC, which is in the Pagosa area. And we're the three southwesternmost regional partnerships, and we have really different demographics, so it makes sense for us to be different groups, but we also have a lot in common, and a lot of that really has to do with the land base. All three of us have significant lands in the San Juan National Forest and in the Tres Rios BLM field office, and in a larger sense, we also, all of our land bases are important, significant parts of the Bruneau Treaty Area, which is important to the tribal members. And it was actually in a meeting with the Southern Ute tribe that it arose that it would really make sense for us to make sure that we were coordinating on education language around the Bruneau Treaty for the general public to understand, and for that language to be language that the tribe was comfortable with and approved. And instead of having each of our partnerships go to the tribes, both Southern Ute and Ute Mountain, and ask them, they're very, very busy. And so they actually had an ask for us, which was, can you all work together and bring us one request or one proposal or one template? And that really got us started into coordinating amongst the three of us, specifically around Bruneau education for the public about the Bruneau Treaty.
And tell us how these treaty rights for the tribe, how those have helped you create these messages that are consistent across these three regional partnerships in the whole Southwest Colorado.
Sure. Well, to be clear, we're still in the very early stages of it, but the impetus for all of it was helping people in the general public to understand that tribal members have different rights, and they may be hunting or fishing in different ways than people are expecting as far as seasons or areas, and that's something that the tribes have really elevated, that that is very important to them, and it's important for them, for people to understand that they may not know anything about the Bruneau Treaty. So it was the spark really for us to start having this collaboration, and it's where our focus is right now. But when I look towards the future, I see, because again, we're all on parts of the San Juan National Forest, we're all parts of Tres Rios, we all have tourists that move between our three areas, to work in general on language that is consistent to help people recreate, responsibly, to help people understand about the values in our landscapes and understand why it's so important to conserve and take care of, for us to do that in conjunction with each other.
That makes so much sense, and I think a lot of other regional partnerships will appreciate hearing how you've come together, right? And there was a spark, but you'll continue working together on messaging and outreach and projects probably at some point.
I think so. Yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity, and it really fits in well with the Colorado's outdoor strategy, where we talk about, coordinated planning and funding and being really strategic, and the more that we can collaborate, the more we are getting bigger work done, and having it have more staying power and more impact. And all three of our partnerships are really on board with that, and I already see areas where we're trading information even outside of the signage, whether it's on writing our strategic plans or looking at different ranking matrices, just all the little devils in the details that come up. It's really so helpful to be able to reach out to Ellie or to Amanda and just to say, hey, did you do this? How did you do it? Can I see it? Here, let me share this with you. Maybe go to each other's meetings, and it really helps us not to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to most for this year?
Well, selfishly within our own partnership, we got some funding to finally do some on-the-ground projects. So we have some strike teams we're going to be having out on the ground through our local conservation corps, their local day crew, and we've opened up proposals to anyone in our area to apply for. It could be an agency, it could be the tribe, it could be a private landowner. And our Roundtable, which is our stakeholder group, is getting together in May and ranking all of those proposals and figuring out where we're going to put our emphasis with these early pilot projects. And so I'm really excited to get the work done, and that it'll be good for our landscape, but I'm also excited to show our community this is what we're doing, this is what we can do.
And that's pretty amazing after only 2 years, right? Because a lot of regional partnerships spend years planning, right? And it's important to show those early on-the-ground projects as well, to do both planning and successes.
Yes, and I will admit that I've already learned, we haven't even started the projects, and I've already learned some things I wish I would have done differently, but that's why this is a pilot.
Yep.
And as we move towards getting ready to formulate a big regional scale project or projects, all of this work can inform that work that we hope to start doing in a couple of years.
Well, we look forward to hearing more about that
Thank
as it
you.
evolves.
Thank you. Yes.